Well, good morning. Dr. Glen here with another Monday morning motivation. So we're going to have some fun this morning. I'm going to share with you a little bit of a story, but in doing so, we're going to talk about where health comes from. It's kind of this inside-out approach that health comes from our inside. But let me explain that with a little bit of a story, because I have a good story. I was out for a walk the other day with my kids, slipped and fell and broke my finger. Now, a very unexciting story. But what happened afterwards was quite special because I did break it in a special way. And the ER department couldn't deal with it, so they sent me off to a surgeon. And all the things that happened afterwards were just fascinating. The surgeon decided that it needed some pins, so he's put 3 surgical pins in there. And because they're still sticking out, he put lots of antibacterial and antiseptic rub around there, so my finger's all pink. After that, they wanted a physical barrier, so they've wrapped a couple fingers in some gauze, and then they wanted to put it in kind of the safe spot where it doesn't get hit or damaged and kept without movement. So they give me this nice handy splint, which is very awkward, but still I'm sure very helpful. And then after that, even they sent me home with even more treatment. They said, you know what, you might be getting a little bit sore. It's going to be annoying. So they gave me some quite powerful painkillers. Don't worry, they're still sitting on my desk at home. So the story isn't that. Typically, when I share that, is people say, wow, what a great healthcare system we have. And I agree with them that I had wonderful care in the hospital, in the emergency room, but nothing in there is healthcare. And to make my point, what I did is I broke this chicken bone, and I did it a couple days after my finger, but I've done everything to this piece of chicken bone that was done to my finger. So what happened, not surgical pins, but I put in some of my finishing nails from the shop. I've got 3 of them in there, and I did a pretty good job. All of the bones are touching. Then after that, I put some antiseptic and antibacterial, just some household stuff, but I made sure it was nice and clean. Then the T3s, I wasn't using them, so this actually has more treatment than my finger. I rubbed some of those T3s on top of the bone. Then I wrapped it in this surgical gauze, the same gauze that's on my finger. And then it doesn't get this hard splint because I promise you, there's no movement happening to this. I've just kept it on my office desk in my office. So the reason I've done that is they had the exact same treatments. The exact same thing happened to both of those broken bones, except this one, when I take the gauze off, is just going to crumble into 2 pieces again, whereas this one is going to be 100% healed. And why is that? They had the exact same treatment. It's because the treatment doesn't heal us. And that's why that's not what the healthcare system is. The healthcare system is everything inside of us. It's that innate intelligence, that potential that our body has, the wisdom that our body has that actually promotes the healing. You see, if we don't have that, like the chicken bone, nothing happens. It doesn't matter what we do after the fact. It doesn't matter what fancy surgeries we have, what fancy medications or treatments or rehab we have. Nothing happens until we have the true healthcare response, which only comes from the intelligence of our own body. So when we start thinking about the healthcare system, because we really beat up on it, don't we? We say it's not managed properly, there's not enough resource or funds going into it, it's overused. We're really talking about the wrong thing. If we really want to fix the healthcare system, then we need to start working on ourselves. Things like going to sleep for 8 hours a night. Things like drinking our water, 6 glasses to 8 glasses of water a day. Making sure that we don't send our kids off to school with a Nutella sandwich, giving them granola and oatmeal in the morning, eating that stuff ourselves, eating the fruits and veggies. You see, this is true healthcare. And this is the true healthcare response because it's allowing our bodies to stay healthy to allow the healing to actually happen. So hopefully that makes you think a little bit about using the healthcare system, about where the healthcare system is, and hopefully motivates you just a little bit to start doing all those things that we talk about during our Monday morning motivation. So have a wonderful week. You can see the sun is still shining here in the 9-1 November. Fantastic time to get out and exercise and do all those wonderful, healthy things. Have a great, wonderful week, and I'll see you next Monday morning.